So I use something called TCG Automate for eBay to list my eBay listings just a lot quicker. The only problem I see is that when you use the software to scan and identify your cards, just like TCG Player does with their scan and list or scan and identify, but like you have based on what you pay monthly for your subscription, you're limited on the scans you have. And that can add up pretty quick because like TCG Player, I'm used to just listing I'll list like 1,000 cards in a day. Every day I'll be listing 1,000 cards. On eBay it's a little different because what if you don't pay for like a higher store subscription on eBay, then you're like limited to I think like 250 listings, and like you could easily do that in like an hour, especially with TCG Automate. So you really have to be selective with your listings. Maybe just the higher value cards like $5 and over you want to create its own listing for, and everything else you should do like variation listings, because you could just have like a set, put 200 cards in that one listing, and you will get credit for like each sell. If someone buys 100 cards in that listing, you will get credit for like 100 sells, and they have the option to leave like 100 feedback for you. So variation listings is the way to go, especially if you're limited. Because I made the mistake that I just listed so many cards, like close to 1,000 in one day on eBay, and I didn't know they had the whole after you pass your 250 limit, they start charging you like 30 something cents a listing, and I got hit with like an $80-$90 fee, and I was like, where did this come from? So just beware of that if you are selling on eBay for the first time. It's not like TCG Player where you can list like as many cards as you want. So you have to be more selective unless you want to pay monthly, which I went ahead and did too. So now I get 1,000 listings a month. So just kind of think about that. eBay does have a lot of like fees and things like that if you want to take advantage of all the features, but I feel like eBay is just a much better platform to sell on. You take pictures of the front and back and every card. People know what they're getting. TCG Player, you could do that too. I think it's just a little more time, takes more time to do it. eBay, it's like, especially with TCG Automate, everything's just very automated. But yeah, I just kind of want to share my thoughts on that, going on kind of a rant here.